Welcome back. It is episode 3. I'm just checking the recording of Legion Pro Wrestling. I'm so ahead of myself. Really, I'm doing so well at this at the moment. I've got this week's Fallen Stardom, which you'd have already watched. I've got this week's WWF already ready for you to watch. And now on this, and I've got Impact, and I'm back into full circle again to Fallen Star. I'm doing so much booking and so quickly. It's brilliant. I don't know if I'm going to get all this done today. I'll hopefully get a bit done while at the fiance's. Because if I can start backlogging episodes, I'll be happy with myself. But in a poor pre-show match, Tom Falcon defeated Furio in 7:38 by pinfall. Furio 25, Tom Falcon 33. No work in person 33 1E+. In a pre-show, Belva had decent match across subpar wrestling. Snake Tribe defeated the Rabbit Tribe in out 3 when Ophidian defeated Malsood by Egyptian Destroyer. Malsood 28, Sulfur 24, Ophidian 36, Vibra 25. No working routes. Don't wait. We are going to be bringing in more tag teams coming up for the next week, hopefully. In a poor pre-show, Jay White defeated Bullian in 8-11 by pinfall. The Missile Quick. Bullian 25, Jay White 31. No working routes. He's only here on a one-night deal because, of course, you're out for 2 months. Phoenix is here, though. I went to see Phoenix in the main event. There's some new stuff coming out of this week. And then Zach goes, so Jeff is an ass. So Jeff Jarrett is an ass and said we can't use his belts. Yet he sold them to us. So why? It's in court. New belts, a new name. So I stand here tonight as your lPW, Legion Pro Wrestling Global Champion. Last night I defeated the Monster Beard in the middle of this ring. But after my match, Drew Sanders makes his debut by attacking me. And then his music hits before Zach can continue. He goes, I attacked you because you think you're so cool and hip. You're not, Zach. You see, they say you're the best thing from England and you're not. It is me. You're good, but I'm so much better. And at Dell's Playground, that belt will be mine. I'm going to be the Legion Pro Wrestling Champion, which is what the actual title is called. So, Zach, you really think that? Okay. So I just keep showing the fans why they cheer me. I'm awesome and you're dumb. And she was just like, get your partner out here. Our matches now. So yeah, I did schedule some matches which you guys didn't know about. So the fans would have known about them because it would have been advertised on our local TV deal. But Stu Sanders, the two Brits are going at it. Our main event of Devil's Playground is up with the grabs. And as you can see, I've got everything ready for next year. And that's going to be our big one. That's our WrestleMania Wrestle Fever. We got a few months to go for that. And then Bad had fantastic heat and good wrestling. Abyss and Stu Sanders defeat Zack Sabre Jr. and Mantaz in 5:46 when Stu Sanders defeats Zack Sabre Jr. by pinfall waistband. Stu Sanders 62, Abyss 48, Mantaz 43, Zack Sabre Jr. 65. No working ropes, but the other storyline, which we'll be playing off at Devil's Playground as well. I have tried to do, I think we've got 5 storylines this time around, whereas normally I'd only do, because we've only got an hour, do 4. But yeah, I thought Abyss and Mantaz would be a great one. Of course, if you don't know who Mantaz is, he's from Lucha Underground. He's known as Jeff Cobb, but I don't like Jeff Cobb as Jeff Cobb. I like him as Mantaz, and that is the way it's staying. End of argument. 58 C-, not bad. In an extremely short match, Travis Banks defeated Pindo in 44-48 by pin for the airplay slam. Travis Banks 32, Pinder 32. No work rest before I get them to on TV, 33+. And then, after their match, Abyss and Mantaz are backstage and they just start brawling with each other. 43D. Typical for this company. In the Battle had fantastic Battle had decent reaction crowd with subpar wrestling. ACH, Maxwell, Jacob Furstein and Drago defeated King Carew, Dash Hatfield and Jean Francisco de Coronado in 6:44 and ACH Drew beat Jean Francisco de Coronado by pinfall. Ready or not, here I come. Drago 30, Joe Strauss 32, ACH 38, Jean Francisco de Coronado 31, Dash Hatfield 28, King Carew 47. Dash Hatfield improving technical and Jean in performance. I'm going to be bringing in one wrestler. I'm going to be bringing in only 2 tag teams. I know which 2 I'm bringing in. So expect them to come in next week. I'm not going to bring in another wrestler just because he's out for 2 months. I'm just going to keep bringing in people on one-night deals. Because you've got Amazing Red, who's on a one-night deal, as we said. Bullet Ants here. Colby Carino. I think I could get a Sandman for one-night deal if I wanted to. I forgot to look at the advances tonight. Dash Hatfield and Technical and John Frisco and I don't performance. I forgot to look at that so far. Idiot. In a decent match, Frankie Zarian and Sammy Callahan defeated Matt Sydal and Allegero when Sammy Callahan defeated Matt Sydal by pinfall the Assault Driver. Sammy Callahan 49, Frankie 47, Allegero 34, Sydal 42. So at Devil's Playground, there's another 2 matches going down at Devil's Playground. Just to make sure, I wanted all the main eventers to have a storyline because that's how you keep your company going. But then when this match came on the screen and I was like, yep, we can do another story here, and there is a reason for that. But Frankie Kazarian and Alligero are going to be going at it. And as I say, Alligero's been doing quite well since coming here. 45D, not bad. And after the match, Frankie Kazarian, Matt Sydal, Callahan and Alligero won't start fighting, and despite the attempts by security to break him up, it's an all-out brawl to the back. Through the curtain on this stop, of course, 29E. And in your main event, it gets 37D-, so this show's not going to do as good as it probably would have done if I reversed the entire show, but I wanted this to go as long as possible. And a decent match, Phoenix defeat Angelico, Big Joe and Aerostar in an elimination match in 1934. In the order elimination was Aerostar first and Angelico, and finally Big Joe. Phoenix wins the lPW Next Gen title. Of course, we're using the GFW, but we're in a court of law. I thought we'll keep the names, but we'll just change the lPW, New Pro Wrestling Next Gen title. Aerostar 35, Angelico 31, Big Joe 38, Phoenix 35. No working appearance, but Phoenix is your champion. And then, of course, we end the show with a 20E- when Phoenix is celebrating his victory in the ring. Drago runs and attacks him, beating down Phoenix to the mat. And that is the feud for that title. I wanted a mid-card title because we've got enough wrestlers now to warrant using the mid-cards. I need to get another couple of more so I can use another 2 tag teams so I can use that. But yes, so at the event it's going to be Luchador versus Luchador. It was originally going to be brother versus brother, Phoenix versus Drago over the title, but Drago's out injured. So we'll do that one after December. But there you go, Phoenix versus Drago. Drago versus Phoenix. And we're going to end tonight's show with a 20E- against a 43D, which is not a bad rating really, especially for the shit main event. I think if we had that match as the main event, would have done a bit better because that that got 58. But hey ho, I feel it's increased our popularity in one region. I can't complain. We're anything better than, oh god. Yes, that is a picture from Lucha Underground. I'm just saying. I'm watching season 2 of Lucha Underground. I never really was interested in it because everyone was saying when I started watching it, now I'm into it. So so yeah, I'm quite proud of that show. I think I'm really proud of this. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next week for another edition of Legion Pro Wrestling. Will you join us? Hello, welcome back. Matt Sydal's out for 2 months. I'm going to give him surgery so we can get back sooner. But yeah, 394 people tonight on the Flyers skate, so which is not bad. In the pre-show, I've had decent reaction crowd with subpar wrestling. Aerostar defeat Pinder in 14:36 by pinfall the imploding Senton Bomb. Aerostar 32, Pinder 33. Work improves Aerostar improving performance. So yeah, that's our pre-show match. Done, dusted, pre-show out the way. Let's open up with the main card tonight. So yeah, one of the storylines has changed. It's now a lower mid-carder going up against the main event. I'm hoping that the person I've put in for that position might be able to do quite well because he's quite a good worker. I'm going to put light on. Nicely done. So I'll see what I'm doing. So Abyss comes out and he goes, Mantaz, you think we need another monster in our lPW? I was his first. We don't need you. You can go back to Lucha Underground and leave lPW. You see, this is Legion, not a fight club. You want to piss off the monster? Well done. You've done it. And at the Devil's Playground, you're going to feel the true Monster Abyss. The monster who used to buy thumbtacks, the hardcore Abyss. You've woken the true monster. And yeah, 52D plus for the Monster Abyss. Beautiful to see that side of him. And in the battle, a decent match of crowd with subpar wrestling. As promised, Lost Ice Creams defeated the Snake Tribe in 6:16 when Al Hydro Del Ice Cream defeated Ophidian by pinfall the Cold Stone Stunner. Ophidian's off his game, Funbay face above average, Al Hydro Silver's game, Funbay face very good. Ophidian 32, Viber 24, Ice Cream Junior 39, Al Hydro Del Ice Cream 33, Ophidian improved in performance. I told you I'm going to bring in another 2 tag teams, and one of them was Lost Ice Creams. They're already on the contract. I've been waiting for a few weeks to debut them. They have been on the contract for a week. And a decent match, Maxwell Jacob Fernstein, John Fresco de Cornado, and Frankie Kazarian. And Drago defeated Phoenix, ACH, Alligero, King Crow in 7:45. When Maxwell Jacob defeated ACH by Swanton Bomb. So yeah, I'm trying to book out as much of the pay-per-view as possible. Maxwell Jacob Fernstein taking on ACH is happening at that event. Also at that event is King Crow taking on John Fresco Cornado. I'm not doing storylines with him. It's just that I had the idea for these matches And I'm using the kind of these matches to kind of hint at these matches for this event. Because this event, as you'll see later, Stu Saunders hints at it. But yeah, so that's kind of what's happening. Drago 32, Frankie Zone 51, Sean Frisco Carnado 33, Maxwell Jacob 32, King Crow 41, Alligator 36, ACH 39, Phoenix 38. 2 storylines to answer that. Sean Frisco Coronado improving technical. The lPW Next Gen storylines advance and gain heat, and so as I Want the Mass storyline. Of course, that's what I called Frankie Zone and Alligator storyline 41D. Stu Sanders 63C in the back, and he goes, Zach, Freeways live on local tri-state. Me versus you, Brit versus Brit. Spoiler alert, I'm going to win. I'm going to help the company grow. I'm going to push the company further and better than it already is. And I hope you're ready for the fight. 63C. In about a decent match of crowd with subpar wrestling, Renault Scum debut, defeating the Rabbit Tribe in 7-12, and Ava's first own defeat, Saltador by pin for the Oki Killer. This legend, Punk gimmick below average, Punk gimmick average. Saltador is slowed by his injury, he's got a cracked tailbone at the moment. Adam Firstone 31, Luster Legend 36, Mal Sharita 28, and Saltador 22. Mal Sharita improving in performance. I will learn their names once they appear in Lucha Underground. They haven't appeared yet in the episodes I've watched. So in a poor match, Tom Falcon and Big Joe defeated Fury and Jay White at 5:40 when Tom Falcon defeated Jay White by pinfall. Jay White 31, Furio 24, 37 for Big Joe, 29 for Falcon. Oh, great. Tom Falcon, Freedom Furnace. I'm not interested if they don't work as a team. So Dasher Hatfield, Zack Sabre Jr., Mantaz, and Dasher Hatfield, Mantaz, and Zack Sabre Jr. are backstage. They cut a promo. Mantaz doesn't speak. On Abyss, Callahan and Stu Sanders, because that's your main event. So all the storylines advance to the segment and lose a bit of heat. Gets a 50D plus and about for a good hit and decent wrestling. Dasher Hatfield, Zack Sabre Jr., Mantaz defeat Abyss, Callahan, and Stu Sanders in 1934, and Mantaz defeat Callahan by pinfall with a flipping body slam. Hatfield was the weakness to Callahan's performance. Mantaz 41, Zack Sabre 63, Hatfield 28, Stu Sanders 58, Sammy Callahan 45, and Abyss 45. Dash Hatfield brought that match down, so I might just scrap the idea of having that as a storyline and just having those 4 as a storyline. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week when live on television. It's going to be lPW Power Hour, but it's not going to be a Power Hour you're going to know. It's going to be a night of championship glory as Zack Sabre Jr. takes on Sammy Callahan in a rematch, which has already happened, but it's going to be for that belt. You're going to get to see Phoenix in action after he was asked by the high flyer Alligator to defend that belt against him next week. The England versus Thingamy. And then all 4 of our great tag teams will be in action in 4v4v4 as Lost Ice Creams, Renault Scum, the Rabbit Tribe, and the Snake Tribe all meet in one huge match elimination, and they will be crowned the first ever lPW Tag Team Champions. That is all going to be next week, live from the Fly Skate Zone probably, and that increased our popularity in one region of 48D. We'll see you next week for another stacked show of lPW Power Hour. We are 2 weeks away from Legion Pro Wrestling's big show, but we've got 402 people tonight at the Fly Skate Zone, which is not a sold out crowd because it holds 500, but I like to use the Fly Skate Zone in tour at that size. I think it's a good arena. Why has it gone on that? I don't know. What will go on there? Please, thank you. In a pre-show about a decent reaction of the crowd, Stop Our Wrestling, Pinder and Jay White defeated Dasher Hatfield and Travis Bank in 8-16 when Pinder defeated Travis Bank by the Painkiller. 34U plus. Jay White 35, Pinder 32, Travis Bank 34. Hatfield 29, no work of improvements. In a pre-show bout that had decent reaction crowd with Subpar S and Angelico defeated Fury and 738 by pin of the Superman Senton. Furio 23, Angelico 31, no work of improvements 29E. Love this picture. In a decent pre-show match, Keith Lee debuts defeating Drago in 741 by pin of the Power Slam. Drago 36, Keith Lee 36, Davies badass gimmick, Scottish running great. Working for his. He's going to be taking on another debuting star later on in the show. He'll debut in the opening match tonight. He'll be in the open, and that'll be his opponent. In a decent pre-show match, John Frisco de Coronado defeated King Carino in 736 by pinfall the German suplex. John Frisco de Coronado 38, King Carino 42, no work for 42D. In a decent pre-show match, ACH defeated Tom Falcon 808 by pin of the Dragonfly. ACH 38. Falcon 31, no working for his 37 D-. In a decent pre-show match, Big Joe defeated Maxwell Jacob Fernstein in 8:28 minutes 29 by pinfall. Big Joe 39, Maxwell Jacob 33, no working for him. Oh, okay. So yeah, it did work. I was hoping I did it over on his overness. I knew it would get worse weight than doing it on entertainment, but he can't speak fluent English. It's only passable, so I did it on overness so I could do this angle. So Phoenix, and this is the subtitles. He's actually been in Spanish at the time, and he goes, "Drago, 2 weeks, me versus you for the international title." And I tell you what, wherever we go, there is always a good battle. I come to Legion to hold gold. Now I got it. I'm not letting it go. So good luck, Drago, and may the best lucha win. I need to change the story because it is known as the international title now, so I'm going to change all that in a bit. But in a extremely short match, Falabar defeated Aerostar in 506 by pinfall the Avalanche Splash. Aerostar 33, Falabar 34. His Dave's badass. It's got giving Scottish legendary. I put my teeth in today. And yet it will be Keith Lee versus Falabar at Devil's Playground. Falabar is I made it if you'll look in the road agents. So Falabar to be dominant, decisive, he's a freaking beast, and that's why I wanted to make a look at. In a battle at DC Version Crowd, Subpar Wrestling, when Scum defeated Lost Ice Creams, the Rabbit Tribe and Snake Tribe in 10-13. The order elimination was Rabbit Tribe, then Lost, and then finally Snake. When Scum are the first ever lPW Tag Team Champions. As being they've got the most popular guy now in First Stone, it works out. Ice Cream Junior 37, Al Hydra Ice Cream 35, and First Stone 30, Luster Legend 35, Mouserator 29, Saltador 24, Ophidian 24, and Vibra 22. No working for his 34 E+. Then we see Zack Sabre Jr. in the back, and he goes, 2 weeks, this belt will be on the line. And Stu, I have to fight to be the best, to beat you. You see, I'm a technician, you're the brawler, and believe me, I can brawl too. But can you mat wrestle, and can you beat me in my game, son? So he's saying, yeah, I can brawl with you, mate, but can you mat wrestle with me? We'll see in 2 weeks. In a decent match, Phoenix defeats Alligator in 8:40 by pinfall the Meteor after distraction from Frankie Zero. Phoenix makes defense number 1 of his LP International Championship. Alligator and Phoenix shows great chemistry in their performance. Alligator 33, Phoenix 37. Phoenix and Bruno Techno 37 D-. Mantaz and Abyss have a heated conversation, but don't come to blows. What's going on there? And then we have Sammy Callan versus Zack Sabre Jr. 59C. In a battle that had great heat and good wrestling, Zack Sabre Jr. defeats Sammy Callan 23 minutes 26 by submission with a single stretch. Zack Sabre Jr. makes defense number 3 of his lPW Championship. 47 and Zack Sabre 65. Sammy Callan improved in performance, 59C. And then in the post-show battle that had great heat and good decent wrestling, Frankie Zero and Abyss defeated Mantaz and Stu Sanders in 7:43, when Abyss defeated Mantaz by pinfall the Black Hole Slam. Stu Sanders carried the match in terms of ring performance. Abyss 49, Frankie Zero 48, Stu Sanders 58, Mantaz 43. No work groups. We end tonight's show with 51D+, increasing our popularity in one region. And then I'll see you guys next week from the Fly Skate Zone for another edition of lPW Power Hour, and then it will be Devil's Playground, which is shaping up to be quite an interesting night of wrestling action from Legion Pro Wrestling. Will you join us? Welcome back to Power Hour. Oh, okay. Well, there it is. Went to TW in 2016. And in a decent pre-show match, Callahan defeated Pinder in 15:04 by pinfall the Headlock Driver. Callahan 52, Pinder 46. I haven't written any angles out for the show. I've just booked it up a bit like what I did with War. In the ring, Stu Bennett and Zack Sabre Jr. have a contract signing for the upcoming match with me serving as the host of the contract signing segment. Soon as Sanderson's contract first, providing over to Sabre, who then drops his name down, making the match fair. Everything's doing after then Sabre Jr. get into a massive brawl until Screw split them up. Yeah, we've already done the pre-booking. So, in a decent match, the Rabbit Tribe defeated Lost Ice Creams and Snake Tribe in 6:35. The Order of Straight Tribe first and Lost Ice Creams. So, the Rabbit Tribe will be going into Devil's Playground with the number 1 contendership because Renault Scum are not here tonight. They are wrestling or appearing for said other company known as Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. That's where they are tonight. So we thought we'd throw this match together. It'd be a triple threat. See who gets the number 1 contendership, and then our Hydro Del Ice Cream will take on the Snake Tribe next week, and the winner of that will go forward and first into the next title match for next month. Ice Cream Junior 44, Al Hydro Del Ice Cream 39, Mouse to Treat 32, Spout Saltador 29, Ophidian 44, and Vibra 25. Ice Cream Jr. improving in performance, 38D-, not bad. In an extreme short match, Falabar and Abyss drew with Mantaz and Keith Lee in 5:03 following a double count-out. Abyss carried the match in terms of ring performance. Abyss 58, Falabar 43, Lee 42, Mantaz 47. Falabar improving in performance. I'm really impressed with these improvements lately. 415 people tonight in the Fly Skate Zone. Still not a sold-out crowd because it holds 500, but we're doing a good show. And yeah, of course, these four are facing each other. I thought a double count-out would be work, and then they, of course, have a massive brawl to the back through the curtain. Very simple angles tonight. In a decent match, in a 10-man tag, I thought I'd throw this together. Aerostar, Maxwell, Jacob Bernstein, Travis Banks, Jay White, and ACH defeat Jean Fisto, De Coronado, Furio, Phoenix, Dash Outfield, and Big Joe in 6:11. ACH defeat Big Joe by pinfall the Dragonfly. ACH teamed off his game. ACH going about his game. Big Joe 46, 35 for Dasher. Phoenix 55, Furio 30, John Fristo Coronado 41, ACH 49, Jay White 39, Travis Banks 36, Maxwell Jacob Bernstein 39, and Aerostar 50. Nice for Aerostar. 50 from Aerostar is amazing. I didn't really expect that from him, which is really good. And I would like to confirm that we are not going to be on local tri-state. We are now on. We've now got a deal with internet pay-per-view. So that's going to be quite good for us across America. You know, we're on pay-per-view, so every state in America, so to speak, will get to see our great product this coming Sunday night, which I'm really looking forward to. Video to hype up that Sunday night show. It's going to be Alligero versus Frankie Zarian at Devil's Playground. In a decent match, Drago defeated Angelico in 6:09 by pinfall by using on-demand attacks to put his feet on the rope or something. Angelico 37, Drago 37, no working ropes. But the next-gen storylines fans are going to gain heat because I threw Phoenix, or what did I do? Oh yeah, Phoenix was meant to come out and botched interference on Angelico, but hey ho. 35E plus it did advance the story. In a extreme short match, King Carew, I can't even say his name now, I did it earlier. Defeated Tom Falcon in 5:28 by pinfall with the bridging German suplex. King Corono 48, Falcon 37. I'm not even going to sit doing it. Tom Falcon improves in performance of 43D. And if you watch the Impact Wrestling series, you'll find out that Tom Falcon is our X Division champion because Will Ospreay got injured in that series. A video plays hyping Zack Kazarian, Sanders versus Sabre and Alligero. The Global Storylines Fantasy segment lost heat. I want the Mass Storylines Fantasy segment lost heat. But that main event gets 57C-. In a superb match, Zack Sabre Jr. and Alligero defeated Frankie Zarian and Stu Sanders in 14:32, and Alligero defeated Stu Sanders by pin with the Mexican Splash. Alligero's a weak link to the Councilman's performance. Zack is getting better his gimmick, so is Alligero. Stu Sanders 65, Frankie Zarian 60, Alligero 43, 68 from Zack Sabre. No work improvements, but both Storylines Fantasy segment. That's where we end tonight's show. We're 52D+. And we'll see you on Sunday night, live for Devil's Playground. Thank you for watching. Hello and welcome to the final part of Legion Pro Wrestling Devil's Playground 2018. Our first of the Devil's Playground, our first time on the internet pay-per-view tonight, which is awesome. 418 people tonight at the Fly Skate Zone. I don't think we're going to get many people watching on the internet pay-per-view, but here we go. Tonight, in Legion Pro Wrestling's first ever pay-per-view, we'll see Legion Pro Wrestling enter the Devil's Playground. The Luchadors are fighting over the Legion Pro Wrestling International title. Who will walk away out of this match when Drago and Phoenix meet in the Devil's Playground? Then Lucha Underground star Mantaz meets the Monster Abyss. These two big men are violent and will please the devil tonight. Kazarian wants the mask of Alligero. This British sensation has lit up our Legion Pro Wrestling, and Kazarian wants the mask. Will he retrieve it? Then two of the best Brits in the world enter the ring for the Legion Pro Wrestling Global Championship. But will the brawler Stu walk away with the title? Or will the Techno Wizard Zack Sabre Jr. retain his title? And now, Legion Pro Wrestling brings you live from Fly Skate Zone it is Devil's Playground. Then we cut to Jason and Taz standing in the ring, because Jason also does the ring announcing as well as the commentary. And he goes, welcome to our first ever live pay-per-view tonight. We've got the best out Legion Pro Wrestling's got to offer, including this man sitting with me. And Taz goes, thanks Jason. This little comedy's been lighting up the scene, and tonight the rest of the USA get to see what the buzz is about. And then we begin the show, and the opening matches for the lPW International Championship. In a decent match, Phoenix defeated Drago in 10-14 by pinfall the Meteora. Phoenix makes defense number 2 of his lPW International Championship title. Drago 33, Phoenix 45. Drago sustained an elbow tendinitis, oh great. The lPW Next Gen Storyline Advancer segment, you need to still change the name of that because it's not the Next Gen title anymore. Yes, thank you, Mike Quackenbush. In a decent match, ACH defeated Maxwell Jacob Furstein in 8:02 by pinfall the Ready Not Here I Come. ACH 47, Maxwell Jacob 33. Maxwell Jacob improving in performance, 42D. In a decent match, King Corino defeated Jean Frista de Conide in 8:04 by pinfall bridging German suplex. Jean Frista de Conide 45, King Corino 43, no work for 43D. In a decent match, Travis Banks and Tom Falcon defeated Angelico and Aerostar. Defeated Big Joe Fiorio, pinned Jay White in 7:43 when Aerostar defeated Jay White by pin for the imploding center bomb. Next month, we're going to be doing a 3-hour show instead of a 2-hour show. Aerostar 50, Angelico 41, Tom Falcon 37, Travis Banks 37, Jay White 41, Pinder 48, Fiorio 30, Big Joe 44. No work for it, so yeah. We just threw all these together so they're all on the main pay-per-view so everyone can see the stars we have to offer. In a decent match, Falabar defeated Keith Lee in 8:29 by pin for the Avalanche Splash. Keith Lee 44, Falabar 35. No work for it. Before you'd won D. Not bad for Falabar, really. I'm really impressed with his work. Wanted him to get him over. In a decent match, the Snake Tribe defeated Los Ice Creams in 8:02 when Ophidian defeated Al Hydrodal Ice Cream by pin for the Egypt store. Viber was waiting to give his performance. So the Snake Tribe will be going forward, and that will become a storyline. Snake Tribe, the Snake Tribe versus Reno Scum. So that is the. If you hear a creepy voice in the background, that's the missus. Ice Cream Junior had 44, Al Hydro 38, Ophidian 45, Viber 26. No, just getting slapped. Ophidian is improving performance. That punched. It's lovely when you record next to the missus. In a decent match, Sammy Callahan defeated Dasher Hatfield in 8:29 by pin for the Lariat. Sammy Callahan 52, Dasher Hatfield 33. Hatfield improving in Rumble. In a decent match, Renault Scum defeated the Rabbit Tribe in 12:20 when Adam Fallstone defeated Mal Schneid by pin for the Oki Killer. Renault Scum make defense number 1 of their lPW tag team titles. Luster the Legend carried the match to the ring performance. Mouse and I 33, Saltador 29, Adam Fallstone 34, Luster Legend 37, and Saltador improving the performance of 39D-. In a bout that had great wrestling and great heat and decent wrestling, Abyss defeated Mantaz in 11:28 by pin for the Black Hole Slam. Abyss 57, Mantaz 48, no work improvements, but a 53C-. A 32E is for the hype video, but he gets a 52D+. In a bout that had good wrestling and decent crowd, Alligero defeated Frankie Zarian in 14:38 by pin for the with an Albuta. For Alligero 45, Frankie Zarian 62, no work improvements. I want the mass storyline advance for this segment. And then we go on to our main event, which is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Stu Sanders, a 55C-. Gets a 58C- in an exceptional match. Zack Sabre Jr. defeats Stu Sanders in 24:36 by pinfall the Roaring Elbow. Zack Sabre Jr. makes defense number 4 of his Legion Pro Wrestling Championship title. Stu Sanders 68. Zack Sabre Jr. 68. No work improvements. And we get a 57C- tonight, which is great. I'm going to go it to Zack. I'm going to give it to Abyss. I'm going to give it to Zack Sabre. And I'm going to give it to Stu Sanders. Because they all were the stars of the show. And for our first live pay-per-view, I cannot complain. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this show, and we'll see you in another edition of Legion Pro Wrestling very soon. Will you join us?